Sugakane. Sugar.
Sugar Free for
Yeah.
when obviously you've had a lot of great solo albums with Street Gospel, New Testament, Smell My Finger, so on. When you're doing a collaborative album, how do you, if at all, change what you do from the creative writing standpoint? Or is it just the same?
You know what? No, it can be a difference sometimes, man. Because number one, this is still a friendly competition. You know what I mean? And so it can be different sometimes, man. That's a good ass question too. If I'm doing something on my own, I do go into things kind of different sometimes. It depends on what day and age it is, what new shit didn't happen on the news that got everybody. I make sure I'm gonna grab some of that. If it was the Harvey Weinstein scandal or the Bill Cosby thing or something that everybody tripping off of, I'm tapping into that shit. But I'm more likely to do so on my shit than, especially if it's a real bomb ass line and shit. Yeah, I'll save some of that shit for my own. Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's interesting you say that about pulling from other things, because one thing that I was interested in, since you guys have been in the game so long, like kind of looking at the different camps, like Kokane, what did you learn from Quick, and Sugar Free, what did you see that Eazy-E did that maybe influenced or inspired you?
Just the professionalism, being able to execute at a time where it takes people weeks and shit to do. It kind of, we remind when musicians remind each other, of each other, you know what I mean? It's just something special when it comes to steel sharpen steel, you know what I mean? And just watching them, like we did High Heels on Sugar Free's album, and watching how they put things together was like, okay, this is how me and Hutch put it together. And it's a trip because we was never, around each other recording. But it's just like how P said the other day, him and Quick might don't even talk to each other for the day, but they come in dressing alike at the shows. So, when you're a real musician and
Yep.
and you love the music,
a lot of time.
Yeah, when you love the music, it's a beautiful thing, man. When you're in the architects of good MCing, bussing, and just being a plain old musician, man. And that's why it was so easy for us to put this project together, because we didn't have no restrictions on this and that. We just let it flow. You know what I mean? He shot me an idea like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and that's the only person I'm gonna get up for is Sugar Free that early. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, "Nigga, I got something for you, Jerry Kane," and then I shoot it right back, and it just, it was done. It took a long time to do the project, but it was quick to go ahead and get it accomplished, because it was just like the gospel. It just flowed. You know what I mean? And this new project is incredible production from Ant Banks to Big Z to Cuddy Dre to Mofok to Chill. Brian J's producer. It's just incredible masterpiece,
Prozac.
Man. And Prozac, yep. Shout out to Prozac. And the streets is really gonna love this project, man, because they already talking about it, man, like a cult following. So I'm like, God, sometimes I'll be on the phone with P and Ted, and I'm like, we ain't even really pressed the button. This is just the pregame warm-up pimping. But everybody is like, nigga, Sugar cane. I'm like, oh, shit, that's a good problem to have. So we did something special, man, for the streets, number one, because that's what we make music for. But y'all gonna laugh y'all ass off. Y'all gonna get entertained. You can have a bad day and put on the Sugarcane album. You gonna get up instantly. It's one of those ones, you know what I mean? And that single is letting everybody know this is a window of something great that's coming.
Yep. Yeah. So Sugar Free, what would you say?
Yep. Hey, as far as Eazy-E, I never met him, but I don't know. I have been in the same room with him before, but never met him. But what I hear, he was a hell of a hustler, man. And certain, it would tell me, number one, never stop my hustle. You got Mick Jagger still bouncing on and off stages, man, all across America, man. So my 51 is really a 25. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to keep hustling. You understand me? I'm going to keep hustling, man. And that's what dude was to me. That's what I've seen in the brother. And he was a creator enough to create this big old thing, man, with these humongous artists. Wow, man, he had a good ear.
Absolutely. And one other thing that Eazy did that I think that you do especially well, Sugar Free, is bringing in the humor, because a lot of stuff and a lot of life is hard or rough, or we get sad or frustrated or mad or whatever. But how do you find you're able to pull that humor out of something that could be a bad situation or frustrating or piss you off or whatever?
Man. I mean, it's oh, go ahead, Ken.
No. I'll go right after you.
Okay. It's really my own medicine. It's if I didn't rap, I rap the way I would want a motherfucker to rap to me. If I didn't rap, I would want my favorite artist would sound like me. So I took the motherfucking position. You know what I mean? And that's just where, I mean, if motherfuckers come off the beginning of a verse, and then especially ain't nobody gonna expect it because rappers are way too serious these days. And here I come with, and then, for the serious guy in the room, up against the wall, just getting out the pen with his 1 foot on the wall, leaning back, saying, man, I ain't finna dance none of these, oh. But he hear that one line, and he gonna be like, man, they crazy, man. I mean, we reaching out to motherfuckers who eat sandwiches hard. You know what I'm saying? Walk hard, go to sleep hard. Simple shit these niggas do hard, turn water on hard. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So it's some WD-40, man. Loosen up.
Yeah. Hey, just to interject on that, to get on the caboose of what P said, it's like laughter is everything. That is the gospel. When you laugh, funny is money. Yeah, when you laugh, you smile, they say you live longer. It's a part of your peace.
That's the best bear aspirin you can take.
Yeah. So how P and myself did it, when you hear like Sweet talk, or you hear P talk, you know what I mean? It's gonna make you laugh, because that's a part of what he was saying. That's therapeutic. That's therapy that we giving to you. You can have a messed up ass day, but when you hear one liner from Sugar Free or Kokane say something in Sweet talk voice, it's just gonna make you laugh, because first of all, you're gonna say, God damn, I can't believe they said that. They said that like that too. You know what I'm saying? So
and how they said
it's ways that when you look at Richard Pryor, you look at Red Fox, you look at who Paul Mooney. Yeah, Paul Mooney. You know what I mean? Paul Mooney was able to make people laugh. He paved the way for your Dave Chappelle's and all that. But he had the ability to tell the truth. Like, even when you hear the line, the 16, and he only busted 16 in the new Sugakane single. But the ism is so much there on point, and he's touching on the COVID virus. He even said, I'm running from the police and your sketches light up. It might make you laugh, but in that laughter, it's a cold hard reality. You know what I mean? And that's those people that are able to do that, like Cat Williams or, Mike Epps or, so forth. Them are special people, man, because everybody's so stuck up in the rat race. When Sugar Free and Kokane come along, just like the brother said, you're going to loosen all the way up.
Yep.
Real talk.
Absolutely. So Sugar Free, did you find the production on the Sugakane album? What differently did the production bring out on the Sugakane album for you?
Oh man, we and be unapologetic about it too. We straight funk music all through. None of them other kind of beats, none of them. We got funky. We broke all the rules. You know what I mean? And it's everything. This record is everything hip hop stand for.
Yep.
Funk music, man.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
I mean, we got songs like "I Put a Bitch in the Trunk." Who says that? Sugakane. We got songs like "Bitch Killer." We got songs like "I Just Want to Put the Tip In." See what I'm saying? Even when, like when you see our covers with the old school Ohio players, everything, the nostalgia from the covers to the language to, the videos, it's bringing you back home to the era of substance. You know what I'm saying? And when we could hear an old Red Fox record, we might didn't want to listen to the Bill Cosby at that time. We might want to listen to the Richard Pryor, turn on some Flip Wilson. This is that moment right here. So for us to be here doing what we doing right now, talking to you, Soren Baker, it's just history in the making, brother. You know what I mean? And at our age, to be able to make this pivot and transcend where the youngsters is coming through, no telling where this Power to P album's finna go.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm excited for everybody to hear it when it comes out in 2022. So I'm just glad that you guys got it going on and are still delivering at the highest caliber. And Sugar Free, that's something else I wanted to get from you is, since there's a perception that you got to be young or you got to be this in rap, you guys and many others are proving that that's not true. You could be in the game for decades plus and still be at the top of your game. So for you, how do you remain razor sharp like that?
Man, number one, I'm talking about the ism. And the ism, the game, the Pimp Game, been here since caveman. The Pimp Game been here since man traded woman for me. You hear what I'm saying? So through trial and error, the Pimp Game came with rules. Now, for even your average, man, ain't nobody making nobody do nothing. Number one, you know what I'm saying? This is all done by choice, not by force. Pimps don't put women on drugs and be hitting on them and shit like that. Not no real cool, not no good motherfuckers. You know what I mean? And I'm locked into that, man. And like I say, man, in time it gets better and better and better, like the wine, man. You know what I mean? The way it come out. That's the best way I could describe this. And you got some cats with some player lines, and I'm all the way there with it. Full detail, everything. I'm all the way there with it. So that's just what it is, man. I'm probably more detailed than others, and that's what it is. It's the whole bullion cube, man. It ain't nothing else mixed with it.
Oh. Yeah. Well, like you said about saying stuff that other people wouldn't say. I remember when you came up with the "Smell My Finger" album title. I was like, okay.
Yeah. And then you know what? I would hear Kokane say that all the time. I mean, in the sweet talk voice and all this. Like I'll see him for a brief moment, and we'll always make each other laugh before we leave. And I heard, we funky like that, man. You know what I mean? So we keep the funk alive by listening to each other. Only steel can sharpen steel. I'm not gonna be sharp brushing up against no wood, man. You know what I mean? So that always tickled me and made me laugh, man. You know, because this dude got some crazy wisecracks. Picture me and this nigga, man, in a comic book, or that'll be some funny shit already, just off top. Picture us as cartoon characters, man. We'll fucking kill it. Absolutely. But we like that in real life. You know, hey, Bootsy.
Now that's a good idea, cartoon. Ted. That's a good ass idea, that cartoon. We're gonna talk about that one.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's hard. But yeah, man, like we really enjoyed this project. We had a couple of hiccups, but then that was cool because of what came out of it. It's like when you have the universe put things together, you know that love at first sight don't never work. That's why it took us 21 years to do what we need to do. And we prevailed through that. So that way we know that, hey, in case we encounter hiccups, in case it takes a little too long because of politics, God put us here together to make this magic happen, coming from what section we came from. You know what I mean? And I'm happy to rock by my brother's side. You know what I'm saying? We rarely have disagreements, but even the disagreements that we have, we respectfully come to some agreement. And that's what makes it special in business, because a lot of people see us from the creative side, but they're about to see a monster with sugar-free and cocaine when it comes to this business. You know what I mean? And it's a perfect time. Timing is everything. I love this brother. You know what I'm saying? I don't say I love too many people because I don't play with that word. But I love the one, everything that he's about, his growth, just his testimony, his aura is just awesome. He has that awesomeness. And it just makes me, he pushes me even farther, because that's how it is, man. Like when you buffing, like you want to have a sparring partner that's gonna push you just as well as you push them. And he pushes me, man. He pushes me to the limit by just simply being organic and creative and being sugar-free. See, he could be the one and I could be Jerry when we come together, but we are Wonder Twin powers. Deactivate. We killing everything moving on stage, nothing personal. We when it comes to doing what we doing, you know what I mean? We're not in it for the playoffs. We came to get the championship, Sugakane season. And that's a beautiful thing, man. When you got a brother like on a basketball court, it's like the 90s dream team again, but with just me and him. And a lot of people is feeling the energy. Yeah, a lot of people is feeling this energy, Soren, and I'm just excited, man. You know, the whole team. Shout out to Sinatra, Rival Distribution, doing some incredible things over on the playlist. Shout out to Ted, of course, Brian, the whole squad, Bus Clinic. You know what I mean? It's just the organization that is incredible, man. And we really finna do some things, man, for the streets and for the game with this Power to P, man. So we appreciate you, Soren. You know, every time, man, being an encyclopedia of the game, putting this ism on, you know what I mean? Good guy.
Well, when y'all get the album ready, we'll have you come back because we got to promote it. So there it is. All right, well, Sugar-Free, anything you want to add before we bounce, Sugar-Free?
Nah, man. May the good Lord take a liking to you, and if it's good to you, it must be good for you.
Hey.
Well, there it is. All right, y'all. Well, I appreciate it. Thanks for coming.
One last thing is very important. The new project is going to be on digital But we also got, wax. We also got USBs, CDs, and we got merch. So now you can pre-order the merch, the physical copies, all that shit at sugarcaneofficial.com. That's sugarcaneofficial.com. We had put it up some weeks back. A lot of people had came through, but we were having, technical issues. But all that is fixed. So if you really are into the wax, hard copies, merch, you got to get you some fresh Sugarcane merch, the hottest merch in town. You can go to Sugarcane, pre-order, only the pre-orders. You can pre-order that at sugarcaneofficial.com. Go out there and get the new single. Go ahead and play that video everywhere. It's available on all digital platforms. And stay tuned for this ism. All right.